Second chance Sunday over in Group F in Euro 2024 as Georgia and the Czech Republic trying to get themselves back in contention for qualification. Who's going to come out on top? We're going to get into it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. Looking forward to a Group F encounter, spicy one, between the Chechens and, of course, the Georgians, of course. Who's going to come out on top? We'll get into it, all of it, in a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Euro 2024 is right here, Under One Ruski. Previews, reviews, watch-alongs, we got it all here, Under One Ruski. Smash the like if, of course, if you're new. We're looking for 50 likes. Smash the subscribe if you want more content just like this, and we're going to get into it right about now. Before that, though, quick shout-out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash that subscribe. Let's get into it and have a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about this. It is Georgia. It is Czechia. And it's coming at you Saturday, the 22nd of June, Game 2, second chance Sunday. Like I said, both sides losing their opening games. But what's going to come out on top here? Let's take a look at the Chechens and Czech Republic. Qualify as Group E Runners Up. They qualified on the 20th of November, 2023. They've been here 10 times in the past, whether that's as an independent nation or as Czechoslovakia from way back when. Their manager is Ivan Hasic, with the star man Patrick Schick, who was a little bit shit in the last game against Portugal, but he was he's had a rough old season. Personally, of course, fantastic season for him domestically. They are in Group F, where at the start of the tournament they were 11-2 to win the group, 11-8 on to qualify to win the thing. They were odds of 150 to 1. The Czech Republic still are 150 to 1, of course. My expectation is a last 16 slot for Czech Republic. That has not changed. I think they could still get something. This, of course, is monumental. In fact, it may have changed. It may have changed because if you do the math here, it does look like, in fact, I don't know. They might still be able to save themselves. Of course, it was Portugal, their first match, which realistically they were expected to lose. When we come into this game, though, Georgia are probably more, they've won a few more fans of the Georgians. Of course, I am a Georgian in a way, Georgia, the state of the USA. So we've got a little soft spot for them. But Czechia realistically have got the more talent and should give them a right good old game. They take them on the 22nd of June before they take on the Turkey in what is the must-win game, realistically. The Georgia game, yes, you should win it, but we'll see. We'll see what I think about that. Let's take a look at the players then, shall we, for Czechia. We've got the likes of Stanic between the six, Kufal, Sucic there, Schick we talked about, and some other ones, Barak, Vlecek, Jurasic as well. They're all in there for all their glory. What about a starting 11 then, shall we? Let's take a little look at, of course, a starting 11 for the Czech Republic. Here we go. If I can just hop on over. We're going to jump in there right now. Where are we? There we go. And there's my starting 11, of course. We've got Stanic between the six, Zima, Halls, Klecic, Kufal, Dudera, Baric, Provod, Sucic, Holsic, and Patrick Schick up top for me, in my eyes. Of course, probably won't get anywhere near that, but let's see. Of course, if maybe he needs a word in his ear. Anyway, let's take a look at the opposition then, shall we? It is Georgia. They do come at you as playoff Path C winners in a cluster of countries that, Luxembourg, etc., Greece, who they did beat in the final via penalties. But they're here, and of course, they're here on merit. 26th of March, 2024. They've never been here before in the past. They have now got their first goal. Willie Sagnall is the manager right here, right now, with Kvaratskhelia, the star man, and what a star man he was in that opening game. Group F, though, they are expected to struggle, 16-1 to go the distance and win the group, to qualify 5-4 to win the whole thing, 500-1. Now, those odds have actually lengthened at 750-1, so they are, of course, not fancied at the moment. Group stage exit at the moment. Now, what I would say about Georgia is everyone's second favourite team at the moment, I think. A debutant, not much expectations for them, and they gave Turkey a good account for themselves, even though they lost. They were giving it a gusto. They were playing for every ball. So, you know what? You've already won the Euros in a lot of people's eyes. We look back at the Canadians in the World Cup in Qatar, everyone's second favourite team there. There's always one nation that's there and just appeals to all fans, and I think Georgia were that. But they did lose. They did lose to Turkey 3-1, and I think a lot of credit should go to Turkey. I thought they were a lot better than what I expected. So but Georgia gave a good account of themselves and ruffled a few Turkey feathers, no pun intended there. They take on the Czechs now, though, on the 22nd of June before they take take on Portugal on June 26th. Realistically, you've got to win this game, Georgia. You've got to win this game. I don't see you getting anything against the Portuguese side. But it should be a favourable game because you're both in that same cluster of countries at the moment in the National League. Look ahead. You're going to play the Chechens on September the 7th, of course, in the start of the Nations League there. So it's capable. It's very much capable. Let's take a look then at the key personnel. And also, I must say, I did go through this on my own yesterday, like a sad old individual that I am. And I did look individually. You can make a decent 11 from this squad here of Georgians. Of course, the highlight man being number 7. But a lot, if you can make a good, strong first team, of course, the goalkeeper, Mavadashvili, for Valencia, you got good players from at least some of the top countries, or top leagues, should I say, in Europe. You can make a strong 11 out of this one. The depth, though, is where it's a little bit weak. When of course you go beyond that first team, it does start to get a little bit weaker than the same. Let's take a look then at my starting 11. Of course, it is a bit of a one for you, tongue twister. We've got Mamavadashvili between 6, Kabatmadze, Diwali, Kashir, the Capitano, Solomon Kvaratskhelia, Georgi Karashvili, Jajan Kretsvadze, of course, from Watford, Otar Kvaratskhelia from Napoli, Budu Svidzvadze, and Georgi Kvaratskhelia. Of course, everybody knows that, and everyone should be Georgian specialists at the end of this one. I'm already a Georgian specialist right here, right now, because I live here in the Georgia. Let's take a look, though, at this match. Of course, it is the first encounter between these two sides, according to my eyes. It's going to take place at the Volkspark Stadium over at Hamburg, with Georgia's and Willy Sagnol against Czechia and even Hasic. Georgia on 58% form for them right now, of course, coming into on the back of that defeat. Czechia, though, 83% form for them, just one defeat in the last 6 against the Portugal side. Now, what I could say about the Czechs in that Portugal game was a little bit of a boring one, I must say, but Czechia were very organised. They were switched on. I think they were a little bit toothless up front, to be fair, but they were a unit, hard to break down, and a little bit hard done by not to get anything out of that game. Of course, take a look then at the bookies. The bookies have Georgia 4-1 for the victory, 11-8 on is your Czech Republic, and 27-10 is the draw. The public vote have gone with a Czech Republic. 68% have gone with a Czech Republic on this one. The draw is at 6, with Georgia at 26. Okay, so far in the competition, we've only had a couple of upsets, maybe Denmark and Slovenia drawing, of course, Belgium losing to Slovakia, but we're really calling out for some more surprises and upsets in this tournament. In this one, I'm leaning towards an upset. It's not necessarily a catastrophic upset in regards for the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic will have an extra life here when they take on Turkey in what's going to be a must-win game. But I do think Georgia are going to get something from this game. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I love the fight from the Georgians. I think they're very explosive, and if they take that same mentality they took against Turkey to this game, I don't know if the Czech Republics are going to be happy to play these guys. So I think we're in for it, despite Georgia being, an unknown entity, and Czech Republic maybe lacking a couple of superstars at the moment. But I think this game could be just as exciting as the Georgia-Turkey game. That game was probably the game of the tournament, to be fair. So I'm going to give Georgia a little bit of hope here with a 1-1 draw. I don't think ultimately it will be enough for Georgia to get anywhere near the knockout stages. It will give Czech Republic a shot at it, of course, when they take on Turkey in the final game, and that will come down to a bit of a classic as well, where everything is on the line. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw myself on this one. What do you think about that? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. We look forward to match number 2s here over in Group F, and of course we'll return for Group F third round matches whenever they come around. Until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, guys and gals, we are done.